Hi, I'm Rachel of the Healed Family, and we are exploring Europe in our motorhome, looking to just explore the ideas of freedom and faith and family, and how we can be closer together as a family and how we can just live a different way. So I'm just really sitting here this morning in this beautiful countryside in Germany, just reflecting on our last few days here. We landed at this campsite and kind of essentially have stopped for 4 days. We've done some life admin like laundry, and we've fixed the towel rail in the bathroom, and Andy's done some consultancy work, but we've also really just dwelled together as a family, and it's been just what we needed after a hectic few weeks of racing to beat the FCO deadlines and getting back to the UK without having to quarantine from France. And then we spent 2 weeks spending really precious catching up time with friends and family, but it was quite busy. We also got our motorhome serviced, so it's been really busy. And so we've just found ourselves in the past few days being still at this beautiful campsite. It's called Camping Park in Bergishen Land. It's about 20 miles east of Cologne. So we sort of came across the border from the Netherlands and drove to about 2 hours, and we're up in the mountains here, surrounded by beautiful farmland and forest, and it's just been really tranquil. It's a really large site. There are loads of permanent plots, but then there's some really big spaces for tourist tents, caravans, camper parks. Oh, the sun's coming out, so it's beautiful. Yeah, it's there's an amazing play park with trampolines, so the girls have been off bouncing all their energy out. There's a big open field, so we've taken our new drone for a quick test flight, which has been a bit exciting, and we'll probably post a separate post about that later. The wash blocks here are lovely. We've had such a hot, powerful shower every day. They're really modern and new, so it's just a really lovely site. Great restaurant, actually. We've sampled some of our first German food, a bit of bratwurst and some schnitzel, and that was a really lovely treat to have dinner out there. And the site also has 2 goats, 8 rabbits, and a guinea pig, which the owners actually let guests go into the enclosures and feed. So, oh God, we've all had an amazing time. Jessica's made up nicknames for all of them. So we've got, Stormy Bunny and Lightning and Moonlight, and lots of different names for them all. The girls have all been making bundles of dandelion leaves and grass leaves to treat them with. And we've just been, it's actually quite relaxing just to go in and feed and stroke them. So that's been a really lovely thing to have on site. We've also cycled through the woodland, we've played games, we had a little campfire and toasted some marshmallows, had a lion or two. It really has been a time of rest, and just investing in the 5 of us. We've been really living really close to one another, which in the UK kind of changed a bit because we were staying with family and things, and we were all a bit more spread out. We were catching up with lots of people, so our rhythm of life sort of changed a little bit. But it's been really nice to come back together and be with one another a bit more. And in fact, one of the most beautiful things that has happened has been the way that our girls have played with one another. They played for hours yesterday at make-believe games at the back of the motorhome. They had all the cushions out and all their toys out, and then the game spilled outside, and it's just, they've been so lovely towards one another. Now, we all know sibling squabbles are a part of having children. They just happen. But to have an entire day without anybody being left out or anybody feeling like they weren't being listened to, they were so kind and gentle with each other and really worked together as a little team. And that's just been really lovely to see, and it's continued into today, so fingers crossed it keeps going. Yeah, that has been one of the joys of stopping here, and they haven't haven't needed much from us, but we've been here and we've been present, and I feel like that's been really important too. You know, wherever we stop, there's always a pull to explore the local area, to push on with our journey, and we have to often fight hard to sort of resist that, and to really go at a different pace. And you know, we have found quite regularly in our journey that we will pause for, you know, 3-4 days, maybe even a week, and then we'll do hop, skip, jump, hop, skip, jump, but then we will pause again because we need that dwelling time, that rest. You know, we'd even thought here that we'd restart the more formal homeschooling. That was our plan for yesterday, to get the girls doing a bit of maths and some writing, but they were playing so nicely that we didn't interrupt, and actually they probably learnt more hanging out together and being with each other than they would have done if we'd have sort of forced them into, let's sit down and do some maths. And that's definitely one of the benefits that we found of living this way. So we're just packing up, just enjoying my final cup of tea. We're just packing up to head off, but it really has been an amazing few days, and it's been such a good reminder that whatever the rhythm of our lives, we need to make time to rest, to take some time away from not always doing things. And it feels like our bodies are hardwired for that rest, because when we've had it, we feel so much better. So we're definitely refreshed, and we go onwards to the next stage of our journey, which is something that Andy is particularly very, very excited about, as we take Faith up to Nürburg, to the Nürburgring. We are not necessarily planning on driving down the route yet, but we are heading in that direction as we continue pushing southwards through Germany, and just taking in what a beautiful country it is. I'm really keen to experience some of the sort of city culture as well, and to visit some of the fairy tale castles that are here. They're just so stunning, and I think our girls will really love those. So we go onwards, and we see where we end up next. Bye for now.